Muy buenas a todos y bienvenidos un día más a The Council. Vamos a continuar con este capítulo 4. Hoy vamos a ver si somos capaces de huir de la mansión, aunque dudo que podamos salir así por las buenas. Posiblemente nos intercepte Mortimer o alguien que esté a favor de su conspiración o algo. Vamos a ver, vamos a continuar y a ver qué nos vamos encontrando hasta la entrada del embarcadero donde nos juntamos con nuestra madre. Vamos a salir por el jardín.
De Richet, sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow.
Napoleón.
What's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail, so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him, immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
¿Un bofetón? Le hemos dado un galletón a Napoleón. Y se queda así, de brazos cruzados. Creía que iba a haber aquí más... una pelea, un tira y afloja, no un simple bofetón. Hay un sirviente en la puerta. Y otro en la otra puerta.
Ah, Louis.
Mortimer.
Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
Nos ha pillado seguro. Además están aquí todos los sirvientes, o sea, vamos. Vamos a ver qué es esto.
Go closer, please. It's time we had a little chat.
What's wrong, my lord? Tell me. What's with all the bodyguards?
Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in the search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road.
The wrong road?
Louis, Sarah has made her own choices of her own free will, and I would like for you to have the same chance. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons.
And it's true.
She's right.
What?
Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
Dejarlo, es el diablo. ¿Es el diablo?
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, but the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions. I am not hiding any horns or goat's feet, Louis. I have no tail.
¿Es folclore? Bueno, esto no sale gratis.
Why do you
¿no?
bring up
Decirlo.
folklore? You mean that you've taken advantage of people's beliefs?
No, not exactly. I mean that we in fact created them from scratch. It is amazing to see how mankind has such a strong need to believe in something superior to itself. It was very instructive for what was to come.
¿Cuántos son? Porque tiene que ser él y Holm.
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels. Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir
Okay,
Gregory
son
is your
hermano.
brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family. But it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are because a large number of our kind remain hidden or never reveal themselves even to us.
Manipulan la mente. ¿Desde cuándo hay demonios entre nosotros? Otras preguntas. A ver, otras preguntas. ¿Qué pasa con mi madre?
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
Acabar con todo.
That
¿Cuál fue
must
su
have
reacción?
upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer
digas que
at
te has
that
enrollado con ella.
time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together until I revealed my true nature to her.
El ala.
The old book was Al-Azif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
No puedo creerlo. ¿Por qué me cuenta todo esto? ¿Por qué me cuenta todo
But why
esto?
me?
Vamos a ver.
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that. Don't worry.
Continue.
Louis,
A ver
it's
si nos
time
deja
you
pirarnos.
opened your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you.
Detrás de usted. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué una conferencia si puede imponer su voluntad? Eso tiene sentido. ¿Hay alguna relación con Elizabeth? Seguramente que sí, porque tenía símbolos de demonios. Von Borchet trabajaba para usted. Esto también. No, esto es todo seguro. Vamos a
If you could
preguntarle esto.
manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to other participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
Vamos a preguntarle cómo deciden la
But
política
how do you
mundial.
agree on global policy?
Locally, we often have competing interests, and sometimes we start wars between men which are linked to our disagreements. Most of the time, our father steps in and gives
Nuestro
directives,
padre, o sea,
which my
vale,
family
un
follow to the
superdemonio.
letter. Indeed, in my opinion, it is high time we moved on.
What do you mean?
I mean that a new era must begin. The old monarchic regimes are outdated, and it's time to evolve.
Vale. Von Borchet trabajaba para usted, sí. ¿Hay alguna relación con Elizabeth? Sí. Vale. A ver.
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
Entonces...
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life. Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments, I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And it enabled me to size you up, Louis.
Vale, Bomborche sí que sabía que trabajaba para
I
él.
hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh,
Sí, eso es una buena pregunta.
haven't you guessed yet?
Me necesita... Quiere recuperar la lanza, mejor que no vamos a hablar de la lanza. Necesita el apoyo de la orden. ¿A dónde quiere llegar? No, realmente no me necesita. Y recuperar la lanza tampoco. Si se lo desvelamos seguramente que se acabe todo y nos la intente liar. ¿A dónde quiere llegar? ¿A dónde quiere llegar es lo mejor? Necesita el apoyo de la orden. Va, ¿a dónde quiere llegar?
I've got an idea, but it might seem stupid.
Trust me.
Am I one? I mean, am I a demon?
What?
Would you like that?
¿Le gustaría? No, sí. Sí, hombre, por
I
gustarme,
must
sí.
admit that the idea is appealing.
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You,
Wow.
as much as me, you are one of us, Louis.
Oh.
You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have
Las
you
visiones.
ever had any
Ahí
visions?
está.
No. Stop it. It's
Have
absurd.
you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body without knowing why?
No.
Eso no.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders
My
unconsciously.
mother can't have
Emma.
lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to
¿Cómo
you.
que es auténtica?
What do you mean?
What?
Louis, I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son.
Mucha información, en una conversación. ¿Y este? Perú.
Well, well. So now you're his bastard. You really took me for a fool. Don't make a move, you clowns!
Everybody keep calm.
Don't say a word or I'll shoot your kid! Not so clever now, are we? At last I found a way to put the pressure on you, Mortimer.
Look, just calm down, monsieur.
You stopped me from ending it all. Because of you, I've had to pay for it. You don't know what it's like. He's in your head. He's in your soul. I never want to feel that again.
Jack, I did not betray you.
You're just like him.
No, no soy como él, ni muchísimo menos. No soy como Mortimer.
Jack, I've only just found out that I'm his
Ooh.
son. You can't hold that against me.
You don't understand. You're already in his clutches. Everything was set up to bring you here and reveal the secret of your birth to you. Open your goddamn eyes! You've always been under his thumb! So, what are you gonna do now? You've just found out your true nature. What difference does it make?
¿Qué cambia para él? Convencerlo de que ya lo sabía si no ha cambiado nada. Vamos a gastar esto. Eso es mucho.
Jack, I can assure you that what Lord Mortimer just told me makes no difference.
That's what you think. But you're already in his hands. And you don't even know it, Louis.
No, Jack, it's the contrary. Everything that's been happening here has been carefully planned by the Golden Order for months. And everything is going exactly as planned. Lower your weapon. It's all right. It's over. You'll make it through. And you're going to get your life
Sí,
back.
porque como me mate...
You're just like him. You are already. You can't see it, or you don't want to see it. But it's already too late. In fact, I haven't got any choice.
You always have a choice. You know very well what will happen to you if you shoot me.
Si me dispara nadie podrá detener a Mortimer. Los demonios existirán siempre. Hombre, esto de que su hija crecerá sin un padre, mejor
Jack,
vamos
I'm the
a
only
intentar
one who can
convencerle de
help
que
you
estamos
resolve
en
the
su contra.
situation. I'm just asking you to trust me.
Bien.
I'm not against you. It's over. Come now, monsieur.
You know what I told you. Evil and good depend on you, and not on your nature.
Yes, it's true, and the same holds true for all of us.
Monsieur Peru, I am willing to overlook this latest scene. You can thank my son for that. I think, however, that you ought to take your leave for your good and ours, as well as that of your daughter.
Vale, pues le hemos salvado ya por tercera vez, yo creo. Yo no sé si este tío va a terminar saliendo de la isla o al final se lo va a cargar alguien. Porque es más una molestia que otra cosa.
Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
Pues sí, hombre, sí estoy un poco
You
inquieto,
can
¿eh?
say that again.
For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
Ahora tenemos habilidades,
What do you mean?
como demonio.
Open your mind, my son.
Ojo, guapo.
Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there, inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let que nos va a hacer el
enter
lío.
into your mind.
Hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
Guau, qué tocho. Sería una vulneración de su privacidad, sí, hombre, un poco. Estaría quebrantándose el espíritu, ¿no? Genial, la verdad es que es genial, pero a ver, si les afecta.
I'd be violating their minds, wouldn't I?
No, nothing of the sort. You won't really be penetrating their psyches. Let's just say you'll be picking up residual signals emitted by their thoughts. It isn't intrusive at all, rest assured. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves.
Fresca,
You can read the
desbloqueados.
thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the
Hemos visto
psyche
jugar
of
con la
another
psique de otro
demon.
demonio.
It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So,
Hey, Grad
I would
Persia,
advise
muchas
against
gracias,
trying
tío,
to
por
read
unirte.
the thoughts
Muchísimas
of
gracias.
Gregory, for example.
Holm?
Yes, the old grump is touchy and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might
no
be
puede que se
without
marche
you.
sin ti.
We'll
Hombre, sin mí
continue
no se
this
va a marchar
discussion later if you want.
porque
Just
soy yo el que tengo la
join me in
lanza.
my study when you've finished.
Leer pensamientos. Eres capaz de escuchar los pensamientos superficiales de tus interlocutores. Cada vez que lees la mente costará un punto de esencia. Puedes recuperar uno cuando te enfrentes a una inmunidad, 2 si te aprovechas de una vulnerabilidad y 3 si consumes un abrojo. Hombre, por fin el abrojo va a valer para algo. Qué tocho. Vale,
You're
pues
right.
nada, me voy.
I need to go now.
Lo veré más tarde, padre, ya directamente. Bueno, vamos a
See you
llamarlo
later,
padre,
father.
que lo vimos.
One more thing. If you want to know
toca
the
la
truth
patata.
about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
Joder con nuestra madre. Bueno, nuestra madre, entre comillas. Pues esto
It's not
es...
that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
Esto es mucha información, ¿eh? Muchísima información en un momento. Vamos a ver rápido, a ver si hubiese algo aquí para coger. Alguna poción, algún libro, porque la verdad es que no tenemos de nada. No tenemos puntos de jalea real, aunque tenemos jalea real que nos vamos a tomar 2. Y agua del Carmen no tenemos nada. Vamos a ver si hubiese algo por aquí para recoger. Pero no parece. Ah, mira, sí. Es
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for
un poco más
better.
de jalea real. Vale, vámonos por aquí. En estas otras mesas a ver si hay algo más. Aquí. Elixir dorado, vale, que estamos a tope de elixir dorado. Vale, pues nada, vámonos aquí al embarcadero. Ahora somos un demonio, ¿vale? O sea, flipante. Aquí no hemos explorado nada, pero bueno, yo creo que no va a haber nada. Vamos al embarcadero. Primero vamos a hablar aquí con nuestra madre. A ver qué nos cuenta.
You shot her in cold blood. What is at stake here far outweighs our personal interests. I should...
Personal interests. I'm talking about my sister's life. She was my other half.
Calm down, Emily, calm down.
Louis, don't
Vamos.
come near me.
I warned you what would happen if I found her.
Que no te la zorra ya me da igual. No, hombre, no. Que me explique las cosas. A ver. Baje el arma, Sara no mató a Emma, no va a morir nadie aquí. A ver, si le leemos la mente. Vamos a probar.
Hoping it wouldn't end like this. I'm fed up with all these deaths.
Sara no mató a Emma, de hecho la mataste tú. Vale, no tenemos agua del Carmen, vamos a decirle esto.
Emily, you know full well that it wasn't Sarah who killed Emma.
If it weren't for her, none of this would have happened.
Maybe, but you can't accuse her of this murder. You're the one who fired Emily.
Shut
Louis!
Además que sí.
You had better choose your words a little more carefully, don't you think? Duchess, I am sorry for what happened. I didn't have any choice.
are you? Shut your mouth. You had the choice, all right. You use people according to your own desires,
Eso es
without
verdad.
any scruples.
Excuse me, Duchess, but we're in the same line of business.
Shut it!
And as for Emma, she knew only too
No,
well.
Emily, look at me. Emily?
What
Estás
did you
ganando
say?
un tiro, pero vamos, parece que lo haces a posta. No es como Sara, míreme, no vuelva a cometer el mismo error. Vamos a decirle que no es como Sara.
Not like her. Neither you nor Emma are like Sarah. Ever since you got here, you've always tried to help me.
Sí,
I trust you, Emily. And Emma would never have betrayed me either.
No, she wasn't like that. She was loyal. But
Oof.
why did Sarah betray Emma? Why?
Your sister was supposed to hide something, and no one was supposed to have been able to find it.
And she would never have talked, even under torture. So why get rid of her?
Pero si la mataste tú.
Unfortunately, Emily, the creatures who live here employ methods that no one can resist.
I was going to get her out of there for God's sake.
Que podría
So
estar
what are
poseída
you
en su
talking
momento.
about?
Vale, no me creerás si se lo cuento. El Alasid tiene que desaparecer. Emma se verá del modo ordenado. Mortimer es un demonio. Vas a intentar
Don't
poseerla, a
tell
ver de
me
qué va.
Emma died because of that book.
I have to know. Anything but that damn book.
Mortimer puede leerla. Mortimer es un demonio. Mortimer es un demonio. Joder, dificultad 5. Vamos, vamos a decirle que es un demonio.
Emily Mortimer's a demon! In the literal sense of the word.
What are
Lord Mortimer has been around since the Third Crusade.
Whoa.
He fiddles with his family records so he can keep maintaining his identity. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear on everything I hold dear, that's the truth.
What? But when did...
Louis,
¡Hostia!
do you realize
Hemos
what you
salvado
are
aquí a nuestra
asking me to
madre.
believe?
I know, but it's the truth, Emily.
How do you expect me to accept this? We are in the Golden Order precisely to fight against such beliefs.
Do you remember those deeds we found behind the chimney? They weren't fake. There's a reason why they're all signed by his same hand.
Demons.
In his study, he keeps the Mortimer family tree. They produced only boys, just one per generation since the Third
Uno por
Crusade.
generación y todos
And
se
they are
llamaron
all
William.
called William. He justifies his own existence, Emily.
Look, I'm going to believe you, but if you're taking me for a ride...
Unfortunately for us, it'd be impossible to even make up a story like that.
All right, I believe you. Thank him. You owe him your life.
I have always been very
Joder, todavía
lucky
te va a
to
pegar un tiro.
have him as my son. I really thought my next breath would be my last.
Well, anything's possible.
This is
Me
no
vas a
time
tener
to
que
be
explicar unas
joking.
cuantas
Just help me
cositas.
climb aboard this boat, and let's get off of this cursed island.
No, I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you, until you've told me everything.
For crying out loud, what are you talking about?
No podemos intentar persuadir, pero no quiero gastar puntos. Vamos a ir directos al grano.
Paris, 1763, number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
No. I beg you, please trust me. He's manipulating you. We must leave.
Paris,
Can't you see he wants you? And he'll do anything to turn you against me.
number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
He had to pay for what he did to me. I panicked. There she was with the baby due. I thought it was the right time to touch it,
To
but when
touch it? By disemboweling her and stealing me from her?
the girl was already condemned to die. He never leaves any witnesses behind. She meant nothing to him. And I absolutely had to find a way of stopping him.
Me arrebató mi vida robando un bebé, solo querías hacerle daño. Robando un
You
bebé.
lost your mind or what? How did you stop him by stealing a baby?
He was multiplying. I had to do something. It took me years to pick up his trail again, Louis. From the second I took you in, I couldn't bear to be apart from you. I looked after you, fed you, raised you, like a mother.
Me ha manipulado. Vale, no tenemos puntos, ni agua del Carmen. Hostia, qué jodido. Tenemos que...
I am
Dios,
your mother.
Vale, vale.
I know. You always took care of
No
me.
nos queda
I
otra.
devoted my whole life to teaching you to distinguish between right and wrong, so you would have the choice. You are not like him.
But you never told me.
I wanted to. I very nearly told you everything, at
Sí.
least a
Hola,
dozen
hijo, eres un
times.
demonio.
You didn't though, did you? Why?
I don't know, Louis.
Falta de valor, miedo. Vale, es que esto lo tenemos bloqueado porque no tengo más... No tengo más jalea real. No lo sé, Luis. Nah, no quiero leerla a la
Never would
mente.
have dared to tell me everything.
Yes, I would have told you everything, I swear, but it wasn't easy. I wanted to choose the right time. Louis, yes. I made mistakes in the past, but now
Eso es
I'm
verdad.
ready
Do you
to...
consider me a mistake?
No, not you. You are what I am most proud of in my whole life. You are good. You fight to do right. You are not like him.
Still, he is my father. Why did you steal
Y
me?
encima
You
un
don't
demonio.
want to know, believe me.
For once in your life, be honest. Why all this mess? Why do you have it in for him so much? Why?
Because I'm his daughter. I know what he's doing. I see he has his eye on you. He's hovering around you, tempting you. He did it to me before
Espera.
And if you don't live up to his
O sea,
expectations,
que mi madre ahora es mi
he will
hermana.
cast you away.
Is that what happened to you?
I wasn't good enough for him,
Hostias.
so he rejected me.
What do you mean?
He tried to initiate me, but it would seem I am unable to develop his talent. I can't withdraw my mind from my body.
I get it. The reason why you abducted me is
Hostia.
because he didn't love you, isn't it?
He doesn't love anyone, Louis. Don't be taken in.
No quiero volver a verla, perdonarla, estallar. A pesar de todo, tenía razón. Mortimer. Hombre, tampoco quiero que esté en contra nuestra, porque a lo mejor... No sé si se irá Sara, ¿vale? Pero lo mismo... Prefiero tenerla de mi lado, por si la cosa se tuerce. Vamos a fingir que la
You are my
perdonamos.
mother. Whatever you've done, I can't take that away from you. It doesn't excuse
nuestra madre
everything,
nos ha
but
criado,
in
tampoco es
time
tan
we'll
cabrón.
find a way of putting it all behind us.
Oh, thank you, Louis. Thank you. I will never lie to you again. Come on, let's go.
No, Mother. I'm not going back with you. I can't.
What do you mean? Louis, you can't stay here. He
Don't
will...
worry about me. I have to stay. I still have a lot to learn. But you go.
Louis?
I'll see you in Paris. Don't worry.
¿Darle la carta de Piaggi o quedarse con todo? A darle la carta de Piaggi, porque total, no, ya la habíamos visto nosotros, o sea que
Here.
podemos dar.
This is yours.
Don't forget, Louis. You've got the lance. You can beat him.
Solo puedes
If you
acabar con
hit
él.
him with it, he won't be able to escape from his mortal envelope, and he will die with it.
Sí, ya, pero ahora siendo demonio podemos aprender aquí cositas que tú no. Vale, superado. Hemos impedido que Napoleón Bonaparte se hiciera con la lanza. Bien, le he dado un buen galletón a Napoleón, he convencido a Jasperú de que no disparara, he llegado a la embarcadera antes de que hirieran a Sala de Reset, he impedido que Lady Hillsborough disparara a Sala de Reset, he dejado que Sala de Reset se marchase y he descubierto mi naturaleza de demonio. ¿En qué hemos fallado? En que no hemos descubierto la mentira sobre Sara de Reset. Y podría haber hablado con Manuel Godoy. Bueno, Godoy se queda aquí, o sea que podemos hablar más adelante. A ver qué nos enseña nuestro padre.
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies.
Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
Es un don, que va a ser una maldición, es un don seguro, vamos.
This is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers.
Sí, eso sí es verdad,
There's no way
necesitamos
being over a
respuestas
minute.
porque estamos flipando. Vale, bueno, pues se nos han ido dos de las desventajas que teníamos. Vamos a ver si todavía hubiese aquí... Ahí tenemos un fragmento de ámbar que le podríamos coger, pero es que no llegamos a llenar toda la barra de puntos ni de coña. O sea, es que gastar un punto para cogerlo... Bueno, alcanzar por cero, ahora sí. Como antes teníamos no teníamos puntos de agilidad, teníamos que gastar puntos para cogerlo. Vamos a ver si podemos, si hay alguna poción más o algo antes de abrir la puerta por aquí. Porque vamos flojos de todo. No tenemos jalea real, tenemos 3 puntos. Tampoco tenemos agua del Carmen. Ahí va. Y aquí no hay nada. En nuestra habitación no hay absolutamente nada. Bueno, sí, mira, uno de jalea real. Vamos a salir aquí. A ver si han puesto algo nuevo. Que va a ser que no. Una botella de vino, que no podemos hacer nada con ella. Vale, observar el horizonte. Los libros estos, ninguno podemos trincar, ¿no? Vale, y esta que es la habitación de Piaggi. Si no recuerdo mal. Bueno, vámonos, vamos a abrir la puerta a ver quién llama. Lo mismo es Mortimer. Por aquí. O Washington, que siempre nos llama a nosotros. Hombre.
Good day, Louis.
I
think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing. But you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Va, pues te las voy a preguntar todas. Vale, leer la mente no, porque ya he dicho que leer la mente a un demonio por encima de nuestro nivel como que se ve mal en familia. Aparte de que en el sueño anterior que tuvimos nos echó de un vistazo. Y esto que no nos cuesta nada, vamos a preguntarle por...
Vamos a
preguntarle todo.
Been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
Comunidad enfrentada a
What do you
persuasión.
mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us
Pues
not
cuando me has
insist
dicho
then.
que te
You
pregunte por lo que
yourself
sea.
weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
Vale, ¿cuántos somos en la
How many of
familia?
us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
¿Por qué hermanos y hermanas? Pues hombre. Venga, va. ¿Hay alguna otra familia?
Well, tell me then. Are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most
Hay 8
powerful.
familias de demonios. ¿Por qué hermanos y hermanas? Supongo que para un ten con ten, para
What do
reproducirse.
you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Vale, dejémoslo estar. Vamos a preguntarle por algo más. Hay un cabeza de familia, a ver si nos dice quién es el padre de la
Is there a
familia.
head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course. When you are ready, they created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
¿Por qué se revela Mortimer?
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Está celoso, bueno, nos cuesta 0. Bueno, vamos a preguntarle por qué va a estar celoso si es el puto amo.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand. regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
Lo típico de los demonios, en lugar de destruir aquí a toda la humanidad, ellos quieren como orientarla a la mejor forma posible. Mi padre tiene razón, mi padre se equivoca. Aquí nos posicionamos o bien a favor de Holm si le decimos que se equivoca, o a favor de Mortimer si le decimos que tiene razón. No sé por qué me fío más de Mortimer. Puestos a fiarme.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
Además me gusta más la democracia que una monarquía absolutista.
Less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. We are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
Eso parece despotismo.
Yes, I understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of your point of view. From man's point of view, I can understand how he would have that impression if ever he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours, letting man do as he thinks fit would equate to letting him race to his own demise.
But what about man's freedom to choose?
That is man's worst enemy, Louis. Imagine a creature that dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child. We have to help him, otherwise he will put himself in danger. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles.
Bueno, la verdad es que sí, esta familia que controla Europa y Estados Unidos son los más
between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe, but some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
¿Está en peligro? Bueno, eso de que es una invitación para que lo siga usted está claro que sí. Vamos a preguntarle si está en peligro Mortimer.
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Tiene que estar flipando
Emily,
también.
Can I come in?
No, it's not a good time. Not right now. Leave me alone.
¿Insistir marcharse? No, vamos a insistir, a ver si nos
I
va a
can tell
entrar.
from your voice that there's something wrong. Let me in. We have to talk, Emily.
I said no, goddamn you.
¿Cómo podemos entrar? Vamos a entrar. Somos unos cansinos. ¿Están al suelo? ¿Está hecha polvo o qué? Está borracha.
You know full well that getting yourself worked up like this is not going to help. It won't make any difference. It won't bring Emma back.
Forget. I couldn't give a damn if it makes any difference. I only want to not think of anything. And then get out of here. I told you not to come in.
Emily, I only want to talk. I understand that you're upset after everything.
You understand? You understand nothing.
Listen, We're going through a difficult time. Even
Estamos
I'm
un poquito
dumbfounded
confundidos,
tonight.
la verdad.
Dumbfounded. Dumbfounded. Do you want to know how I feel?
Vulnerabilidad, acompañarla.
Yes, I would like to.
My whole life has just gone up in smoke. Everything I believed in gone, blown apart. I have killed a part of myself.
Yes, I know how you feel.
No, I don't think so.
I found out that my mother has been lying to me all my
Que no es
life.
tu madre, entre
That
otras
she's
cosas.
not my real mother. I told her to go far, far away.
Why, Louis? What have we done to deserve this?
I don't think that's the question. We haven't done anything, only made choices for which we must accept responsibility.
And what if I no longer have the strength to do so?
But you do. It's just too early for you to feel it. But believe me, we've all lost something here.
All this, everything that's happened, it's a nightmare. I want to wake up.
Emily, calm down. Put down
Sí,
that
déjalo
glass.
beber.
I know you're telling the truth about Mortimer and Holm. I know they are demons.
That's not all.
Go on.
I'm one of them, Emily. I'm a demon too.
¿Cómo
I
lo
know.
sabes?
But
¿También?
how?
Sir Gregory stopped by to tell me. He wanted to bid me welcome
Venga,
I don't
coño, también es un
Welcome.
demonio la Emily.
to the family.
You? You're his daughter?
Mortimer's daughter, Louis.
That makes you
O sea que somos
my
hermanas.
sister?
Yes.
Hermanos.
Just the thought of the night when I suggested that we... I feel
Bueno, me
so
acosté con tu hermana.
ashamed, Louis. And that means
Creyendo que eras
Emma
tú.
is your sister too.
Shit. I spent the night with my own sister?
I was attracted to you from the moment we first spoke on the boat. And now I understand why. Do you realize what that means? I'm a monster.
Significa que estás un poco jodida, pero bueno, vamos a acompañarla, a ver si por lo menos la traemos a nuestro bando.
I am one as well. When I think of my feelings for you, that feeling, it hurts all of a sudden.
Esa sensación... Vamos a... Uy, guau, creía que era de ella.
She's there. I can feel her inside me. She's trying to read my thoughts.
Qué cabrona.
Emily, don't do that. Get out of my mind, please. Let me remind you that it's forbidden between demons.
Sorry, Louis. I didn't want to.
I have a sister.
It's very strange for me too. A sister for a brother.
Yes.
Yes. I must get some rest. I must ask you to leave me now.
All right, but don't finish that bottle.
Don't
No, this is
start
la botella que me la voy a beber yo.
now. I would like to get some sleep.
I'll be leaving you then. Thank you, Emily.
Nada. Moco ahí medio en bolas. Washington. Washington es el único que, bueno, estaba ahí investigando a su bola, pero no se ha enterado de nada. No creo que sea un demonio también, ¿no?
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
No, si yo no estoy aburrido, ¿eh? Eso como mínimo.
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
Esperamos un nuevo invitado, por desgracia no. ¿Y usted algo que contar?
Me?
Cuéntame algo,
No,
hombre.
nothing at all. And you?
I would like to be able to say yes, but it's been dead quiet. The only one with anything to say is Duke Manuel. But with that accent of his, I don't understand a word he says. It's exasperating.
Right. I've wasted enough time. I'll keep our conversation to myself, Mr. President. Anyway, I must be going now.
See you later, Louis.
Vale, pues vamos a dejarlo por aquí y seguiremos el próximo día. Espero que os haya gustado el stream y si es así, darle un like y suscribiros al canal. Deciros también que estoy en directo en Twitch de miércoles a domingo a partir de las 9:30 de la noche. Os dejo el enlace en la descripción. Un saludo y nos vemos en el próximo episodio. Chao.